Well, here at Nationwide Arena, day one of on-ice training camp has just finished. And Jody Shelley, this ice is very, very choppy out here. That means there was a lot of work going on.
They worked hard today. That was just watching this, Bob, as we sat all day and watched both groups scrimmage and do the on-ice work. It was a heavy, heavy day. And I tell you what, those guys worked hard, put in a good effort, and we just heard John Tortorella speak about the effort, and he was pleased, so that's good. Even though it's chopped up, I think it was worth it for our group.
We talked about this at the end of last year about the aura that surrounds a John Tortorella training camp, and the veteran players, they'd heard about it, they talked about it, they prepared for it all summer. He seemed to be pretty pleased with the way that they showed up ready to go today.
Well, listen, when he got here last year, I think it was November when the veterans were talking about training camp and the Torts kind of what they've heard around the league. So it's good to see he's pleased, and I think the players will be happy to hear that. He did also mention there will be tougher days ahead, which is good too. He set the bar high. He's got these guys come in, and they were worried about it. They showed up, did the work, and did a good job. So on to a game tomorrow against the St. Louis Blues.
What did you see today? Is there anything that kind of jumped out to you in this camp, whether it be a scrimmage or the drills themselves?
I like the veterans. I thought they did a good job. I mean, the rookies know they're coming in, they're pushing, they're obviously hungry, they're going to be fast and working hard. They want to earn that spot. But the veterans are pushed, and to see them work hard, show up, and really come through with what they had to do, I was happy to see them do that.
Okay, let's be honest. You were a veteran once upon a time that knew there were young guys pushing. What is that feeling like?
It's not good. It's uncomfortable. But you know, at the end of the day, it makes you better, and that's really where this organization wants to be. And here, day one on the ice, it appears that they're trending that way.
Funny, because none of them want your job now because it would be coming too premature.
I was also a rookie, and that's a good spot to be too, Bob. It's fun to be the guy that's pushing, the guy that people you want pulling for you, be that guy. And you know, those guys today, there are a few of them really stepped up. Bjorkstrand is a name we know. There's a few other guys that are going to be really pushing for jobs here, and they showed up and didn't disappoint.
But let's face it, when you were a rookie, like, you just had to beat up 5 guys in one session.
I just used to get beat up, Bob, and just go back and then see what happened after that. But no, there wasn't any fights today, if that's what you're getting at. There was some inter-squad hockey, but no fights. They got a little physical at times. There were some veterans going at each other, rookies going after veterans a little bit, but nothing too over the top.
All right, Zach Werenski, the young defensive prospect, did not participate today, but John Tortorella just told the media a short time ago that it's just going to be a couple of days and he'll be ready to go, and he's a guy that everybody wants to see.
Well, yeah, and he just came off Traverse City, did pick up an injury there. The team did play well up there, the young guys, and he's a guy that will be back in the lineup soon, as you said. We're all excited to see him. He's got the skill and the poise and the Calder Cup ring as a young 19-year-old man. Bittner is back on the ice. He's a young guy that they're very high on. He was in the lineup today and skated with his group. So it doesn't look like a lot of injuries after day one. We'll see what happens tomorrow.
All right, speaking of tomorrow, 2 games for the Blue Jackets. One in St. Louis against the Blues, the other against the Blues here at Nationwide Arena at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Jody and I have decided we don't want to miss anything. We don't want to miss one moment of this training camp. We are going to do both games tomorrow. You can hear them on the radio at 1460 The Fan. You can hear them on the Blue Jackets app. So we will be back in the saddle next to each other once again for a double dip tomorrow.
In preseason form.
In preseason form. Absolutely. So that's when you can catch us next, and that wraps up the first day of the on-ice sessions here at training camp, OhioHealth Training Camp at Nationwide Arena. For Jody Shelley, I'm Bob McElligott on Jackets TV, presented by OhioHealth.